Welcome to my channel Pocket Change Coins, because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're stepping into one of the most iconic and historically significant pieces of American coinage, the United States of America half-dollar coin from the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial series. This coin isn't just a piece of currency, it's a celebration of America's 200th anniversary, combining historical significance, stunning design, and numismatic appeal that has fascinated collectors for decades. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual coin enthusiast, this coin is a must-know piece for any collection. The 1776 to 1976 bicentennial half-dollar was issued to commemorate the United States' 200th birthday. Designed by Jack L. Ahr, the reverse features a striking depiction of Independence Hall in Philadelphia, symbolizing the birthplace of American freedom and democracy. The obverse retains the classic profile of President John F. Kennedy, honoring the beloved leader who originally appeared on the half-dollar in 1964. This combination of historical reverence and modern coin design makes the bicentennial half-dollar a unique blend of past and present, merging the legacy of American independence with the familiar Kennedy profile point. One of the most captivating aspects of this coin is its design. On the obverse, Kennedy's portrait is rendered with remarkable detail, capturing the contours of his face, the elegance of his hair, and the inscriptions, "Liberty," and "In God We Trust." Collectors pay close attention to the sharpness of these features because the more defined the details, the higher the coin's grade and collector appeal. On the reverse, Independence Hall is beautifully depicted with intricate architectural details. The building is framed by the dual dates, 1776 to 1976, marking the bicentennial year. Coins with well-preserved reverse details, where the windows, roof lines, and inscriptions remain sharp, are highly prized. Even slight wear or scratches can reduce the collectible value, so condition is paramount. The bicentennial half-dollar is notable not only for its historical significance but also for its variations and minting characteristics. The U.S. Mint produced these coins at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints in large quantities, resulting in plenty of circulated examples. However, finding one in uncirculated condition or with proof quality is increasingly rare, making high-grade examples particularly desirable. Collectors often seek coins that retain their original luster, free from contact marks, discoloration, or surface imperfections. These coins represent the closest approximation to how the bicentennial half-dollar appeared straight from the mint. Mint errors add an extra layer of intrigue for collectors. Some 1776 to 1976 half-dollars were struck slightly off-center, resulting in incomplete designs, while others exhibit doubled dies, where inscriptions or design elements appear duplicated. Die cracks, cuds, or variations in planchet composition also occurred, creating unique examples that are essentially one-of-a-kind. These errors make certain coins especially valuable because they are rare and can't be replicated, attracting the attention of collectors looking for distinctive, historically significant pieces. Error coins tell a story about the minting process and the quirks of coin production, offering a fascinating glimpse behind the scenes of the U.S. Mint. Historically, the bicentennial half-dollar represents a moment of national pride. Issued during the mid-1970s, a period marked by social change, economic challenges, and renewed interest in American heritage, this coin was part of a broader effort to celebrate the country's rich history. Beyond its face value, it serves as a tangible connection to the celebration of freedom and independence, bridging the modern era with the ideals of the nation's founders. For collectors, it's not just a coin, it's a piece of history that captures the spirit of 2 centuries of American democracy. Collectors today are especially interested in high-grade uncirculated coins and proof versions of the bicentennial half-dollar. Proof coins were struck with specially polished dies and planchets, resulting in a mirror-like finish that highlights every detail of the design. These proof coins are highly sought after because they showcase the artistry and precision of the mint, and their rarity relative to standard circulation coins adds to their value. Even among circulated examples, those that retain significant detail and minimal wear can still attract collector interest, especially if they display unusual toning or striking characteristics. The 1776 to 1976 half-dollar also demonstrates the enduring appeal of commemorative coins. While millions were minted, the combination of historical significance, condition rarity, and minting errors makes certain examples more valuable than others. For collectors, tracking down a well-preserved bicentennial half-dollar, or one with a notable error, provides both a challenge and a reward. It allows collectors to own a piece of history that is visually striking, historically meaningful, and financially interesting. Now, let's talk about the coin's real-world value. Standard circulated 1776 to 1976 half-dollars are generally worth $1 to $3, depending on condition. Uncirculated coins with original mint luster typically sell for $5 to $15 at retail or auction. Proof coins, especially those graded and certified by professional services, can command $25 to $50 or more. Genuine mint error coins, such as off-center strikes or doubled dies, can sell for $100 to several $100 depending on the severity of the error and visual appeal. Rare, exceptional examples with significant eye appeal have even sold for higher amounts at auction. The 1776 to 1976 bicentennial half-dollar exemplifies the perfect blend of historical significance, artistic design, and collectible potential. Its dual dates, iconic imagery, and potential minting anomalies make it a coin that captures both the imagination and attention of collectors. Whether you're building a collection of commemorative coins, Kennedy half-dollars, or exploring mint errors, this coin stands out as a valuable and intriguing piece. Holding one of these coins is like holding a celebration of America's past, a testament to its enduring history, and a tangible connection to the ideals of freedom and independence that shaped a nation. Second rare coin, we're traveling back over a century to explore a remarkable piece of American history, the United States of America half-dollar coin from 1918. This coin is not just a medium of exchange, it is a tangible piece of early 20th century America, reflecting the artistry, economic conditions, and minting techniques of its time. If you are a collector or a coin lover, you're going to want to pay close attention, because this coin offers a fascinating story of rarity, condition, and potential errors that can make it highly valuable in today's market. The 1918 half-dollar belongs to the iconic Walking Liberty series, designed by the renowned sculptor Adolph A. Weinman. This series, which ran from 1911 to 1940, is widely celebrated for its artistic beauty and intricate detail. The obverse of the coin features Liberty striding confidently toward the rising sun, draped in the American flag, with her right hand extended and a bouquet of branches in her left. This elegant and symbolic design reflects both the ideals and optimism of early 20th century America. The reverse showcases a majestic eagle perched on a mountain crag, wings partially unfolded, ready to take flight. The intricate details of the feathers, rock formations, and inscriptions make this coin a work of art as well as currency. Collectors immediately notice that the value of the 1918 half-dollar is closely tied to its condition. Coins that have circulated heavily will show wear on Liberty's figure and eagle, reducing their appeal and market value. However, coins preserved in excellent condition, with sharp details, full design elements, and minimal surface damage, are increasingly rare and highly desirable. Even subtle marks or light scratches can impact the coin's grade, so those specimens that have been carefully stored over the years are particularly prized. Professional grading can significantly enhance both the perceived value and the market price of these coins. Rarity for the 1918 half-dollar is also influenced by its mint origin. Coins were struck in Philadelphia, and certain varieties from specific years or mints are harder to find in high grades. This scarcity drives interest among collectors, especially those seeking to complete a Walking Liberty half-dollar collection. As time passes, finding a well-preserved example becomes more challenging, further elevating the coin's collectible appeal. Minting errors add an additional layer of intrigue for collectors. The 1918 half-dollar, like other coins of its era, occasionally displays notable anomalies. These can include doubled dies, where design elements like Liberty's arm or inscriptions appear duplicated, off-center strikes, or planchet flaws that result in incomplete or irregular surfaces. Coins with die cracks or cuds, areas where part of the die broke off during striking, are also considered errors and can dramatically increase a coin's desirability. Collectors love these error coins because they are essentially one-of-a-kind artifacts, each with a story about the minting process and the unique challenges of producing coins a century ago. The historical context of this coin further enhances its significance. The 1918 half-dollar was minted during a tumultuous period in American and world history, just after World War I and during a time of significant social and economic change. Coins from this era serve as tangible links to the past, connecting collectors to the experiences of people who lived through these transformative times. Holding a high-grade example or a rare era coin is like holding a piece of history, a reminder of the artistic craftsmanship, cultural values, and monetary system of early 20th century America. Collectors today place great value on both uncirculated and high-grade circulated specimens. Uncirculated 1918 half-dollars, particularly those retaining their original mint luster, are highly sought after. Even circulated coins that maintain significant detail can attract collectors, especially if they display attractive toning or rare die varieties. The Walking Liberty design is celebrated for its beauty and artistry, making these coins appealing not only for historical reasons but also for their visual elegance. Now, let's talk about real-world value. A circulated 1918 Walking Liberty half-dollar in average condition is typically worth between $20 to $50, depending on wear and eye appeal. Coins in uncirculated condition, especially those graded by professional third-party services, can command several $100s, with higher-grade examples selling for $500 or more. Genuine mint-era coins, such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, or significant die cracks, are particularly valuable, often selling for $1,000 to several $1,000s at auction, depending on rarity and overall visual appeal. The 1918 half-dollar demonstrates that even coins minted over a century ago can retain remarkable collectible value. Its combination of historical importance, artistic design, and potential minting anomalies makes it a treasure for collectors of all levels. Whether you're seeking to complete a Walking Liberty series, acquire a unique era coin, or simply appreciate the craftsmanship of early 20th century American coinage, this coin offers both educational and financial appeal. Holding one of these coins is like holding a small but powerful piece of American history, a tangible connection to a bygone era, rich in artistry, culture, and collectible potential. Third expensive coin, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American coinage, the United States of America half-dollar coin from 1972, minted in Denver. At first glance, this coin may look like any other Kennedy half-dollar you've seen in circulation, but when you examine it closely, it reveals a wealth of numismatic interest. From minting details to potential errors and collector appeal, this coin is a gem for those who appreciate both history and the art of coin collecting. Stay tuned because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this seemingly ordinary half-dollar can hold extraordinary value. The 1972 Denver half-dollar is part of the iconic Kennedy half-dollar series, first issued in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy following his tragic assassination. Designed by Gilroy Roberts and Frank Gasparo, this series has captured the hearts of collectors for decades. On the obverse, you'll find Kennedy's distinguished profile, with the inscriptions, Liberty and In God We Trust, prominently displayed. The reverse showcases the heraldic eagle, wings spread wide, clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both America's strength and desire for peace. What makes the 1972 Denver half-dollar especially interesting for collectors is the combination of its historical context, condition, and the potential for unique minting errors. Millions of these coins were produced, so finding circulated examples is easy. However, uncirculated or high-grade coins, with sharp details and original mint luster, are becoming increasingly rare. Collectors prize these pristine examples because they show the artistry of the minting process at its peak, with crisp designs and minimal contact marks. Even slight wear or dulling can significantly impact a coin's grade and market value, making preserved specimens highly sought after. minting anomalies add another layer of excitement. Some 1972 Denver half dollars feature doubled dies, where letters or numbers appear slightly duplicated due to a misalignment in the die during striking. Off-center strikes, where the design is not perfectly aligned on the coin's surface, are another type of error that collectors find intriguing. There are also coins with die cracks or cuds, which are small raised areas caused by damage to the die itself. These errors create unique, one-of-a-kind coins that are impossible to replicate, and for collectors, discovering one of these rare variations is like finding a hidden treasure in your pocket change. The 1972 half dollar also has a place in a transitional period of American coinage. During the early 1970s, the U.S. Mint experimented with different metal compositions due to rising silver prices. While the Kennedy half dollar was initially struck in silver from 1964 through 1969, by 1972, the coins were primarily composed of copper-nickel clad. This makes the coin interesting not only for its design but also for its role in the history of U.S. currency and the economic factors influencing coin production. Collectors often focus on the coin's condition, which is crucial in determining value. Coins that have retained their original mint luster, with sharp features on Kennedy's portrait and the eagle's wings, are particularly valuable. Even circulated coins can have collector interest if they display attractive toning or come from a well-known roll with notable characteristics. Proof versions, struck with specially polished dies and planchets to create mirror-like finishes, are even more desirable, although they are less common than circulation strikes. The 1972 Denver half dollar also reflects cultural and historical significance. Coins from this era connect collectors with the legacy of President Kennedy, the social and political climate of the early 1970s, and the evolving practices of the U.S. Mint. Owning one of these coins is like holding a small but powerful piece of American history in your hand, linking past and present in a tangible way. Collectors appreciate both the artistry and the story behind these coins, making them a popular choice for both seasoned numismatists and new enthusiasts. Now, let's talk about its real-world value. A standard circulated 1972 Denver Kennedy half dollar is generally worth its face value, though some may fetch slightly more due to minor collector interest. Uncirculated examples with full original luster typically sell for $10 to $20 at retail or auction. Coins that have been professionally graded and certified by a reputable service can command $25 to $50, depending on the grade. Genuine mint-era coins, such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, or die cracks, can sell for $100 to $300, and rare, exceptional examples with significant eye appeal have been known to fetch even higher prices at specialized auctions. The 1972 Denver half dollar serves as a perfect example of how a coin from everyday circulation can hold historical, artistic, and financial value. Its combination of iconic design, condition rarity, and potential minting anomalies makes it a compelling piece for collectors at all levels. Whether you're a Kennedy half dollar enthusiast, an era coin hunter, or a general collector of U.S. coinage, this coin offers both the thrill of discovery and the satisfaction of owning a tangible piece of American history. Holding one of these coins is like holding a small chapter of the 1970s, modest in size, but rich in history, artistry, and collectible appeal. Especially, we're diving into a remarkable piece of American coinage, the United States of America half-dollar coin from 1979. At first glance, this coin might seem like a standard Kennedy half-dollar from circulation, but if you look closer, it holds a fascinating story of design, minting, rarity, and collectible value that makes it a must-see for any serious collector. Stick with me because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this seemingly ordinary coin can be much more than just 50 cents in your pocket. The 1979 half dollar belongs to the iconic Kennedy series, first introduced in 1964 to honor the late President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination. Designed by Gilroy Roberts and Frank Gasparo, the Kennedy half dollar has captivated collectors for decades with its elegant and symbolic design. The obverse features a dignified portrait of President Kennedy, his profile sharply engraved with intricate details, accompanied by the inscriptions, "Liberty," and "In God We Trust." The reverse proudly displays the heraldic eagle, wings outstretched, clutching arrows and an olive branch, a symbol of America's strength and desire for peace. The artistry of these coins has stood the test of time, making them not just currency, but miniature works of art. What makes the 1979 half-dollar particularly interesting for collectors is the combination of its historical context, condition, and the potential for rare minting errors. While millions of these coins were produced, finding a specimen in uncirculated condition with full mint luster is becoming increasingly challenging. Circulated coins often show wear on Kennedy's cheek and jawline or on the eagle's wings, which reduces their value. But coins that have retained their original sharp details and clean surfaces are highly sought after by collectors, especially those who aim to build complete Kennedy half-dollar sets. Minting errors are another reason this coin attracts attention. Some 1979 half-dollars exhibit doubled dies, where letters or numbers appear slightly duplicated due to misalignment of the dies during the minting process. Other examples show off-center strikes, where the design is not perfectly centered on the coin's surface, or die cracks, small raised lines formed when the minting dies develop cracks. These errors are incredibly appealing to collectors because they create one-of-a-kind coins that stand out from standard issues. Owning an error coin is like holding a piece of minting history that is entirely unique, a coin that tells a story of the minting process and the intricacies of producing currency. The 1979 half-dollar also represents a period of significant change in American coinage. While earlier Kennedy half-dollars were primarily composed of silver, by 1979 the coins were made from a copper-nickel-clad composition. This change reflects broader economic conditions in the United States at the time, including the rising price of silver and the transition to more cost-effective coinage. For collectors, this coin provides a tangible connection to the economic and cultural shifts of the late 1970s, offering both historical and numismatic value. Condition is crucial when assessing the worth of a 1979 half-dollar. Coins that retain their original mint luster, with crisp details on Kennedy's portrait and the eagle's feathers, are far more valuable than worn examples. Even circulated coins can attract collectors if they have attractive toning or are part of a well-preserved roll with interesting characteristics. Proof coins from this year, which feature polished dies and mirror-like finishes, are particularly desirable because they were struck with extra care for collectors rather than circulation, making them rarer and often more visually appealing. Historical and cultural significance also enhance the allure of this coin. The 1979 Kennedy half-dollar connects collectors to an era of post-Vietnam War recovery, economic challenges, and the enduring legacy of President Kennedy. It is a small but powerful reminder of the artistry, craftsmanship, and historical context of U.S. coinage, bridging the gap between history and tangible collectibles. Collectors value these coins not just for their face value, but for their ability to convey a story and preserve a moment in American history. Now, let's discuss real-world value. A circulated 1979 Kennedy half-dollar in average condition generally holds its face value, but coins with sharper details and less wear can fetch slightly higher prices in the collector market. Uncirculated examples with full mint luster typically sell for between $5 and $10. Coins that have been professionally graded and certified by third-party services can command $15 to $25, depending on the grade. Mint error coins, such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, or coins with noticeable die cracks, can sell for $50 to $200 or more, especially if they are visually striking or particularly rare. The 1979 half-dollar illustrates how a coin from everyday circulation can evolve into a collectible treasure. Its combination of iconic design, historical context, and potential for rare minting anomalies makes it highly appealing to collectors at all levels. Whether you're aiming to complete a Kennedy half-dollar collection, seeking unique era coins, or simply appreciating the artistry and history of American coinage, this coin offers excitement, beauty, and tangible value. Holding one is like holding a piece of late 20th century history in your hand, modest in size but rich in story, artistry, and collectible potential. Last unique coin, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American currency, the United States of America half-dollar coin from 1998, minted in Philadelphia. While at first glance it may look like a standard Kennedy half-dollar, this coin holds a unique place in numismatic history. From design details to minting anomalies and collector appeal, the 1998 Philadelphia half-dollar is more than just 50 cents. It's a piece of history that every coin lover should know about. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this coin is highly prized and how its value can surprise you. The 1998 Kennedy half-dollar continues the legacy of the iconic series first introduced in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy after his assassination. Designed by Gilroy Roberts and Frank Gasparo, the series remains a staple of American coinage. On the obverse, you'll see Kennedy's distinguished profile, with fine details in his hair, jawline, and eyes, accompanied by the inscriptions, Liberty and In God We Trust. The reverse features the heraldic eagle, wings outstretched, clutching arrows and an olive branch, a symbol of America's strength and commitment to peace. The artistry and detail of the Kennedy half-dollar make it a true miniature work of art, appreciated by collectors for both its historical significance and visual appeal. What makes the 1998 Philadelphia half-dollar particularly interesting is its condition rarity and the potential for unique minting errors. Millions of these coins were produced, so finding them in circulation is common, but uncirculated examples with full original mint luster are becoming increasingly rare. Coins that retain sharp details on Kennedy's profile, clear lettering, and minimal contact marks are highly prized by collectors. Even small imperfections, such as slight scratches or dulled surfaces, can significantly reduce a coin's value, which makes well-preserved specimens all the more desirable. Minting errors are another factor that elevates the collectible appeal of this coin. Some 1998 Philadelphia half-dollars exhibit doubled dies, where inscriptions or numbers appear slightly duplicated due to die misalignment during striking. Off-center strikes, where the design is not perfectly aligned on the coin's surface, are another form of error that collectors hunt for. Die cracks, small raised lines formed by damage to the die, are also seen in certain examples. Each of these errors creates a unique, one-of-a-kind coin that stands apart from standard issues. For collectors, discovering an error coin is like uncovering a hidden treasure, a rare glimpse into the minting process that makes each coin completely unique. Another fascinating aspect of the 1998 Kennedy half-dollar is its place in the ongoing history of American coinage. By this year, the Kennedy half-dollar had transitioned fully to a copper-nickel-clad composition, a change that began in 1971 after the mint phased out silver due to rising market prices. While it no longer contains silver, the 1998 coin continues to represent the legacy of Kennedy and the artistry of the mint. For collectors, it is not just a coin but a symbol of continuity, connecting past and present generations through a tangible piece of currency. Condition remains a crucial factor when evaluating the 1998 Philadelphia half-dollar. Coins that maintain their original mint luster, with crisp details on Kennedy's portrait and the eagle's feathers, are far more valuable than circulated examples. Even circulated coins can hold interest if they display attractive toning or come from a notable collection. Proof versions, which were struck with specially polished dies and planchets to create a mirror-like finish, are even more desirable, though less common than circulation strikes. These coins offer a visual appeal that makes them particularly sought after by collectors. Historical and cultural significance also contribute to the coin's allure. The 1998 Kennedy half-dollar connects collectors to a period of late 20th century America, bridging decades of political, economic, and social change. It carries forward the legacy of President Kennedy while representing the mint's craftsmanship and the evolution of coin production. Collectors value these coins not just for their monetary worth, but for the story they tell and the tangible connection to American history. Now let's talk about real-world value. A standard circulated 1998 Philadelphia Kennedy half-dollar typically holds its face value, but well-preserved uncirculated examples generally sell for $2 to $5 in the collector market. Coins that have been professionally graded and certified by reputable third-party services can command between $10 and $20, depending on condition. Mint error coins, such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, or coins with prominent die cracks, can sell for $50 to $100, and especially rare examples with visually striking anomalies can fetch even higher prices at specialized auctions. The 1998 Philadelphia half-dollar exemplifies how a coin from everyday circulation can hold significant numismatic interest. Its combination of iconic design, historical context, and potential for unique minting anomalies makes it a compelling piece for collectors of all levels. Whether you're building a complete Kennedy half-dollar collection, hunting for rare coins, or simply appreciating the artistry of U.S. coinage, this coin offers a blend of history, beauty, and financial potential. Holding one is like holding a piece of modern American history in your hand, modest in size, but rich in story, artistry, and collectible value.